finished with my woman, because she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time. It's pretty wild to think that Paranoid, Black Sabbath's biggest, most defining it wasn't even supposed to exist.
Really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, apparently it was written in just 20 minutes. Can you believe that?
20 minutes. Wow.
It's a filler track,
Yeah.
Some tossed in at the very last second just to fill up the album space. Not meant to be anything special.
And yet
somehow that throwaway track became this timeless anthem. It's amazing.
that happens sometimes in music, the accidental magic.
Exactly. Well, welcome everyone to Phonetics Lovers. This is the place where we explore how the actual sounds of language, the way things are said, carry meaning and music and all that emotion.
Whether you're maybe just starting to notice how things like stress and rhythm actually shape what we say.
Or maybe you've been, breaking down words and sounds for years. This space is definitely for you.
Because pronunciation, it really isn't just about being clear, is it?
Not at all. It's about connection. It's about feeling.
And today, we're really diving deep.
Oh, yeah. Head first into the raw, powerful world of Black Sabbath. And of course, the unforgettable voice of Ozzy Osbourne.
Should be good.
Our mission, really, for you today, is to try and discover how Ozzy's raw, kind of untamed vocals helped give birth to what we now call heavy metal.
And maybe why a song like Paranoid, written so long ago, still echoes today, like a scream of just brutal, undeniable truth.
So let's set the scene. Picture this. It's 1970. You've got these four young guys, seemingly, almost out of nowhere.
Right?
They create this sound that just genuinely terrified people, the establishment anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
And right there, at the absolute center of that storm, was this chaotic, utterly unpredictable voice, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, and it's so important to get the context here. They didn't just appear in a vacuum.
No.
This was post-war England. Think factories, think fog everywhere. A whole generation kind of raised in the shadows of industry, often pretty bleak.
A very specific atmosphere.
Exactly, and Black Sabbath emerged right out of that reality. So their sound, it was dark, it was heavy, and it felt really, really real.
You could hear it.
You really can. And when songs like Black Sabbath, the song itself, and Paranoid first hit the airwaves, they genuinely unnerved critics. They didn't know what to make of it.
Well, it wasn't just the lyrics, right? It was the sound itself. The sheer weight of those distorted riffs.
Oh, yeah.
That uncompromising sound just cut through everything else that was going on. It felt like resistance.
That's a good word for it, resistance.
The whole vibe was just pure defiance. This wasn't peace and love anymore. That vibe was, changing.
Definitely.
It was metal. Felt like it was born in fire. Just a complete departure.
And it resonated, didn't it? Especially with the youth. It spoke a truth they recognized, even if the critics were scared.
That raw honesty, yeah. That was their superpower, wasn't it?
Precisely. And it's fascinating because, despite all that critical pushback, the music just connected. On this really visceral level, forget intellectual analysis, it just hit you.
And Ozzy's voice. He wasn't singing like some trained tenor, was he?
Huh. Not even close.
No way. He wailed, he groaned, he kind of screamed like a man perpetually on the edge.
Somewhere between a prophet and a madman, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Delivering these dire warnings, but also sounding consumed by his own thoughts and his life, well, that quickly became legendary in its own right.
Oh, the chaos, the bat biting, the band breakups.
Total chaos. It was a spectacle.
It really was. But, it's easy to get caught up in those headlines, the sensational stuff.
Sure.
But if you look beyond that at the artistry, underneath all the chaos was this performer with this masterful timing, an almost instinctive sense of how to deliver a line, a scream.
And that stage presence.
Unstoppable. Totally unstoppable. Which, brings up that interesting question people still debate. What's actually scarier? The sound of those guitars all thick and distorted? Or the fact that a song like War Pigs, written way back in 1970, still feels like it could have been written yesterday?
That relevance, it hasn't faded one bit.
Not at all.
And that timelessness is so key, isn't it? The issues they were singing about, sadly, are still with us, which makes the message hit even harder now.
Absolutely.
And even after Sabbath, Ozzy didn't just disappear. He came roaring back with Blizzard of Oz, gave us Crazy Train.
An instant classic. Launched a whole new phase.
Totally. And then, we saw the reality shows. He became a meme.
He did become a meme.
Countless comebacks. But through it all, what's really amazing is he never stopped being that legendary frontman. Someone put it perfectly. They said he became a meme. He became an icon.
Huh.
but he never stopped being real.
Yeah, that authenticity, that raw, unfiltered thing he has, it just stayed central, even when the public persona got huge.
It's the power of a voice that just refuses to be anything but itself.
Exactly.
And speaking of authenticity, let's circle back to Paranoid, the song we started with.
The accidental anthem.
Right. We mentioned it wasn't even meant to happen, literally thrown together at the last minute.
20 minutes still blows my mind.
20 minutes, a total accident of rock history.
But what's incredible is how something so accidental became so huge. A genuine milestone, a turning point for metal, like a sonic earthquake.
Yeah, it really shook things up. It's short, it's direct, it's just this raw scream of mental distress.
Powered by that riff, that absolutely electrifying riff that just grabs you.
Oh, totally. And the lyrics. Ozzy wasn't just singing words there. It felt like he was opening a wound.
Definitely.
Tackling paranoia, depression, alienation. I mean, stuff nobody really wanted to talk about back then, especially not in pop music.
And that everyone was feeling it, or a lot of people were.
Exactly. That line, I tell you to enjoy life, I wish I could, but it's too late. It's a gut punch, that one. Always gets me. Me too. Just makes you wonder what was going on inside his head to create something that raw. And that's why we wanted to really dig into it today.
Okay.
So we've talked about the emotion, the raw feeling in Paranoid. But now let's really appreciate how that emotion gets across in the sounds themselves.
The phonetics of it all.
Exactly. Because every word Ozzy sings, every syllable, it carries rhythm, feeling, this incredible emotional weight. So let's listen closely, break down some of Sabbath's most haunting lines, not just the words, but the sound.
All right, let's do it. Where should we start?
How about that first line we heard? Finished with my woman, because she couldn't help me with my mind.
Okay, so the theme here is pretty clear, right? Mental isolation, profound emotional disconnection.
Yeah.
It's more than just a breakup song. It's like the cry of someone trapped inside their own head, looking for help, for understanding.
And not finding it, even in love.
Exactly. Tragically not finding it where you'd most expect it.
And phonetically, when you say finished, listen to that ed ending. It often sounds like a T, doesn't it? More like finished.
Right. Finished. That quick, clipped sound.
Yeah, and that clipped finish isn't just like common pronunciation. In Ozzy's delivery, it adds this blunt, abrupt finality. It makes that feeling of being finished even more stark.
It lands harder.
Definitely. And then cause, super common, informal, fast contraction of because. You hear it everywhere.
Standard spoken English.
And then couldn't. Often that just kind of disappears, right? Sounds more like Katie.
Kaden, help me? Yeah.
Try saying it. Katie Ann.
Right.
And it flows smoother, faster that way. And it shows how these small, almost invisible shifts in pronunciation convey speed, informality.
And they add to that whole emotional tone, making the distress feel more immediate.
It's that mix, isn't it? Everyday speech patterns combined with that intense delivery makes it relatable, but also really unsettling.
Okay, next line. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time.
Yeah. This one really hits on that theme of mental health stigma.
The character's being judged, labeled, not for anything he actually does, but just because of how he looks, because he doesn't smile.
It's such a powerful commentary on how society just dismisses internal struggles based on outward appearance. That superficial judgment leading to isolation.
Deep isolation.
And listening to people there, notice that dark L sound at the end. P-E-P.
P-E-P-L. Yeah, it's not P-E-Poly.
Definitely not. It's that L where your tongue is maybe a bit flatter, almost like a tiny or W sound at the end, not the bright L like in light.
It's a subtle thing, but important for that natural sound.
Crucial. Then the phrase, think I'm insane, it all just connects up, doesn't it? Like one long word, think I'm insane.
Glides right through.
And glide right through it. And similarly, because I am, often gets reduced to show stress on cuz.
And salute.
And frowning. That final G sound often just vanishes. It becomes frowning. Stress on fro.
Frowning.
Frowning all the time.
See how those words just glide into each other? That's connected speech. That's the real sound of English.
Exactly.
And in these lines, that fluidity creates this almost breathless, relentless flow. It kind of mirrors the character's racing thoughts, that inescapable paranoia, makes the struggle feel overwhelming.
It's not just pronouncing each word perfectly on its own.
No, it's how they blend and interact in the flow. That's where so much of the emotional impact comes from.
Okay, let's hit that last line we talked about earlier. I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late.
Oof. Yeah. This line is just packed. Frustration, irony, this deep sense of loss.
All of it.
He's giving advice, telling others, enjoy life, but in the same breath reveals he can't take it himself. He wishes he could, but feels it's too late.
It's tragic. And so honest, that's why it hits so hard.
That juxtaposition, the advice and the personal despair just amplifies everything. It's that gut punch again.
And pronunciation-wise, tell you often smoothed out to tell you.
Tell you.
And listen for that dark L again at the end of tell, that subtle shift.
Right.
Then to enjoy. That's a great example of reduction.
Yeah.
Often sounds like Transe's doing. Stress on joy.
Transitot. Yeah, the two becomes almost like a schwa sound very quick.
Exactly. These reductions are key to sounding natural. And in Ozzy's delivery, they add to the song's immediacy, that almost conversational intimacy. It pulls you right into his raw emotional state.
Definitely. This whole line is fantastic practice for reduction, for emotional pacing, and especially for contrast.
Contrast is key there.
Absolutely. The contrast between the advice, enjoy life, and the despair, wish I could, but it's too late, is what gives it power. You can really lean into that when you say it.
How so?
Well, it's not just the words. Think about the pauses, the slight shifts in tone. Even in the original recording, you hear moments of, like, subtle vocal fry or creakiness in his voice.
Yeah, you do.
Those almost guttural qualities add this raw, weary texture that just perfectly underscores the despair. It sounds worn out, resigned.
So hopefully listening this way gives you all a new appreciation for the sounds behind the screen, behind the music.
We really hope so.
And we want to hear from you. Do you have a story, maybe about a song that just unexpectedly hit you? Not just lyrics, but the sound.
Yeah. Did a certain vocal delivery just grab you?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Send us a DM on Instagram. Your story might just inspire our next deep dive.
Or maybe there's a specific phrase or lyric you'd love us to break down, sound and meaning.
Yeah, tell us what you want to hear analyzed. We'd love to tackle it.
Definitely.
You can follow us on your favorite platform. Just search for Phonetics Lovers and join this growing community that's, well, as fascinated by sound as we are.
We'd love to have you.
Just a quick note. This episode was partially created using artificial intelligence under the guidance of the Phonetics Lovers team.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious, stay tuned, and keep falling in love with sound.